guys, we are live. We are the first ever podcast, so we're just going to do a podcast. We've got the national champion and the
national coach.
That's right.
And the team manager of New South Wales.
That's right. Can you hear us all right? Is everything okay? Oh, we won't be getting monetised for this one. It is. So here we are. So Greg, tell the people, oh here we go, people are in. Tell us how you went on the Nationals.
Well, first I'd like to say that I won every state title this year. So the long course, the short course, the field, the indoor, and the clouds. I got gold medals in all of them in Masters. So I don't need to do that anymore. I don't shoot Masters anymore. In New South Wales. And then we went to the Nationals, and unfortunately I did not perform as well as I would have liked. I got on the first day, I was so far ahead after the first two rounds, no one could catch me if I thought. I got to 50 and they said, you're not shooting 6 arrows every end now, you're shooting 3 and you're going to go 12 times, you're going to walk up and get your arrows at 50 and 30, that's at the 14, 40. I fell apart, I couldn't hit 10 to save my life. So the next guy caught up to me and at the end we were on the same score, 13.84. So I went to a countback. See, this is what I did, and this is the experience of being a good archer. I was 2 points ahead when we got to 30, and all I had to do was clean it to stay ahead. And I did, and what was happening during that thing is that I would go ahead, and then he wasn't ahead, and then the lead was actually changing a couple of times through the last round at 30 metres. And it got to the last 3 arrows, and it was a close-up. Now, where am I looking? There. It got to the last 3 arrows, the last end. So we've just shot the second last, so there's 3 arrows left, and we've pulled our arrows to come back to the last 3 arrows, and I start on it and I say, now I want to tell you now.
The sound sucks. I think it's the music. Is it the music? Is it the music? People tell me at home.
Yeah.
Or now, let me know now. Is that better? Loves a thumbnail. Better? Better? Okay. Oh, it's the.
Is that better?
Was that?
Yes, there we go. Okay. There
Is
you
that
go.
better?
There you go. That's better.
Pick up where you left off with.
Okay. So there's 3 arrows left. Now learn this lesson. So we're walking back to shoot the last 3 arrows and he's ahead by 1 point. So I can't win. So I start saying to him, you can't miss. As a friend, I'm telling you, you cannot miss. You must make sure. See, I've got nothing to lose. I've already lost. You're a point ahead of me. I can't win, but you can still win. So I'm telling you, don't miss. So I shoot 3 X's. He shoots 10, 10, 9. And it's a draw. It's 1,384 points each. They count back the 10s and X's. I beat him on X's, but they count the 10s and X's, and he got 94, and I got 93, so I get the silver medal. So day 1, disaster. Day 2 is field. I go out there and I annihilate it. I shoot 395. It's 395, isn't it? Yeah, 395. No one's near me. That's
a good field score.
It is a good field score. It was a slightly flat field, but it was a good score.
Is it a PB?
Yes, because my PB was at the last Nationals and that was 391. So both days were PBs.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. So we get to the 3rd day and it's the short course, and I'm not kidding, they cancelled it because of the rain and then brought it forward, they brought it back, they waited, it was a disaster. we shoot one round of warm-up, and they hear thunder, and they stop for half an hour. So eventually we get out there and we start doing the short course, which is 60, 50, 40 on a big face. And I flinch, fall out of the wall, and it goes off. It just because I've got nothing. I've got no valley. It's just and then the wall. It just the slightest move forward and I'm gone. So it went off and I shot a 4. I realised you can't catch up in 90 arrows, can you? If you drop 6 points, you're finished. So I thought, there's the gold medal gone there. So, but I thought, I'm very brave. I'm a very brave person, so I thought I'll just keep going and I'll try and catch up again. I'll try and get back. So I do, and I catch up and I catch up and I catch up, and then we get to 40, and someone doesn't tell me to change my sight setting from 50.
That was
there you go. He was sitting right next to me. He was sitting right next to me. So I'm still all stressed out. So my first shot at 40 metres is a 7 because I didn't click down to 40. But I cleaned the rest of it, and I got 4th place by 1 point.
So you cleaned it after the mistake?
Yeah. I cleaned 40. It's not too hard to clean 40.
So you only had one bad arrow at 40 that first arrow?
Yeah. It was a good shot.
2 bad arrows.
It was a good shot. It was a 7. It was not a 50.
It was spot on, but it was a 7.
So there was the end of the short course, right? So then we did clout, and I tell you what, clout, I've got no idea what's going on with clout. You can't get anyone to teach you how to do clout. No one will tell you. You look up clout on the internet, there's nothing. There's no explanations about sights and mirrors. You got nothing. So I did a lot of clout practice, but it wasn't good enough. It was very windy and raining, and I don't know how I had good groups, but trying to get the group on the clout when the wind is blowing that way, then it's blowing that way, and then it's pouring with rain, then it's not. It was very hard. So I think I came like 6th. I would have come 3rd in the open. If I was in the open, I would have come 3rd, but the better shooters are in Masters. So I came 6th, so that was the end of that one. So that was it wasn't very good. It was very, very, very sad time until the presentation night, and I ended up getting the best all-round master because I scored more points as a master than anyone else. So I got a plaque for that, and our compound team won. New South Wales won, so I got a little gold medal for that as well.
And our recurve team.
Not interested in them. So. Oh, but he is because he's the team manager.
I'm the team manager.
The team manager's interested in that. So that was at National. So now it's just back to the drawing board again. But I think I found out some very important things about the way the best shooter, like Pat Coughlin, shot.
Oh man, he was
1404.
1404
in the long course and 421 in the field.
It was 125 rating.
And he got knocked in the thing too. Yeah. What happened, Gary? What happened in the...
One of the guys in our club, Kurt, he was shooting with Pat on target 1. And Pat being a lefty and Kurt being a righty, they were back to back. And Pat had a hip quiver, so the arrows were sticking out. And Kurt wears a blind on his hat, so he didn't have the peripheral vision to see Pat was at full draw. So as Pat's at full draw, Kurt's moved off the line and hooked his bow limbs up on Pat's quiver and full draw. And luckily Pat didn't release, he let down. And I didn't see it happen, but I was standing up at the line as Kurt was walking towards me, and he had this look of horror on his face, and he just told me what he'd done. And I went, oh man. So then Pat stood for about 40 seconds and composed himself and shot the arrow and shot an X, I think, from memory. And he walked back off the line, and Kurt went down to him to apologise, and Pat said, mate, it's all good, these things happen. So he's a real gentleman. Pat,
isn't he lovely? Anyway, he has to be beaten though. It's better and lovely. You've got to find a way to beat him. But I might have found a way, which I'm going to see. We've got to do something for next year to get better. So the first thing is we're going to buy Pro Tour arrows, and the person selling them to us is the person we're trying to beat, which would be Pat Coughlin.
Yep.
So we're getting the arrows off him just to see if that'll help, as soon as everyone shoots Pro Tours.
So I've been picking his brain without letting him know you're after him.
That's right, I think he knows anyway.
Yeah, I think he does.
I think he's confident though that he's
He actually commented on you, remember I told you
that?
He did. I rang Pat to talk to him about arrows, and
You see that Greg Taylor's good, isn't it?
Told him about that I was Greg's coach, because I'd met Pat down there, obviously spoken to him down there. And he said, oh yeah, I was watching Greg there a couple of years ago. He wasn't quite there yet, but he's up there now, isn't he? I said, yeah, he's going all right. So
that would have been the Cyclone.
Yes.
If you want to go back and look at that video, that was the Cyclone of 2016.
Yeah. Well, you want to stay and I'll get your food for you.
Really?
I'll carry it for you. I can carry too. You can continue talking.
Oh, you're all going.
yeah, we'll be back. Keep talking, Greg.
Oh, I'll keep talking then. All right. Very funny. Okay, they've gone off to get the food. So when I was shooting field, you know when you go out with four, there was two guys and a girl and me shooting field, and you get to be very friendly and you talk and that kind of thing when you walk around the field. And this particular guy knows Pat Coughlin, who's the best shooter in Australia by far. I think he was 1 point off the world record in the field in the last Nationals. And because Pat shoots left-handed, this guy said he shot next to him on the line at some event and could watch him release because he's facing him like this, you see. Now he's got exactly the same release as I have, a stand shoot off, which is a thumb release like that. But I'm trying. If you release like that, you tend to push the arrow that way. If you punch it, so I've been trying to release with both that way. But he said he watched this guy shoot, and he puts his thumb on it, and he actually releases with his pinky. So I had a go of it a couple of days ago. I'm going to try and change that and try to set the release off with my pinky instead of my thumb, and I think that'll take away any shots that, you know, sort of go left and right, because you got to get into the X, and he's doing it all the time. So I think that's something I can modify, is the way I do the release. I'm going to the gym all the time now to build up my shoulders. Don't tell anyone that either, because I think the strength is needed there to keep the bow still. So that's what we're working on. We're going to get new arrows. I'm going to the gym, and I'm going to practice releasing by squeezing the pinky and not using the thumb to do it. And hopefully that will get us up to the next level, because at the moment I'm sort of at the bottom of the top group. I'm the bottom of the top group. So I'll be shooting with Jimmy a few times in the near future, and you can see how it goes. There might be some. Are you allowed to film those tournaments at? I
might be able to film them
at Ferrell. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, well, we're going to have lunch now. So you go off and have lunch.
Alrighty, guys. So there's the first ever little podcast for you. All right, we're getting to lunch. We'll see you soon for the next one. Little 15-minute for you. See you, Big T.